Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Terry from terryscraftroom.com. I am so excited about this card today. My upline, KJ Driscoll, is my guest blogger today, and she sent me this cute card and with instructions on how to make it. So I've seen it several times on the internet, and it's always been with a belly band, but she used a magnet. Isn't that unique? So we're going to make this card, but I have it made as a baby card with the magnet. So here's two different colorways. So what do we need to make this card? This card we need, and as always, if you miss any of the measurements, go on over to my blog at terryscraftroom.com. There will be a link directly to this blog post in the description box below. Be sure to leave a comment if you like the card, and just sign up for my newsletter while you're there. So we have a card base that is a little bit different. This card base is 5.5 by 11, and then we're going to score this at 3 3/8, and then we're going to turn it around and score it again at 3 3/8 on the other side. So we have, you can probably see it on that side. There's one score mark, there's the other score mark. So let's fold that so you can see what we're doing here. Fold it and give it a good burnishing. Okay, so there's our score marks. Now, how do we make these angles here? Well, it's not as hard as you might think. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one edge, or the score line on in our channel, and then we're going to line the other side, the point, up at the 1.5 inch mark. And cut it off. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Line our score line up in our channel. And then line this point up at the 1.5 inch mark. Make sure we didn't move here. And cut. And there is our first angle. Now these angles, we're going to line this point here up on our score line, and then we're going to line our point up, my camera stands in the way, at the 1 inch mark right here. And cut. Same thing on the other side. Line this point up with our channel, and this corner up at the 1 inch mark, and cut. And there's the basics of our card. This piece that our sentiment is on the inside is 4 by 3 3/4. So we need a piece of white cardstock, basic white cardstock. Make that 3 3/4 by 4. And the reason it's not the full size is I don't want that seen when I close my card. I want the designer paper seen, so I made it so that this is lower than that. Okay, so how do we make our designer paper? So I've actually picked out 3 different coordinating designer papers, And these happen to be from the Dainty Designs Designer Series paper. That was the free designer paper in the last Celebration catalog that is retired now. But all you need is 3 coordinating papers. So I'm going to make this one first. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to line this corner up with the channel. We're going to line this corner up with the 1.5 inch mark. And we're going to cut. Then we're going to line this line up with the channel. And this corner up with the 1 inch mark. And cut. And there's our first paper right here. Now what we need to remember is our second paper has to go the other way, because it's going to be on this side. So when we line it up, we're going to line it up on this side with this 1.5 inch mark. That's the biggest thing you have to remember, is you have to turn it to the other side. And then this one to this 1 inch mark. And there we go. We've got our 2 papers. They're mirror images of each other. You could put them wrong sides together and cut them at the same time also. That would work too. Okay, so this piece is 5 1/4 by 4. And I think I already gave you the dimensions of this piece. And we want to stamp on this piece, so we're going to use the Elephant Parade stamp set, and we're going to use this little guy right here. Where is my black ink? Okay. And then we've got, out of that same stamp set, we've got What a Happy Day. Right here over to the side. You know what? There are 2 sides to every sheet of paper, and we're going to do that again. Because I rocked that. Much better. And then I'm going to take, while I'm stamping, I'm going to stamp Sweet Little One for the front of my card. Okay. And then I'm going to use the double oval punch, and one of the pieces of that I had left over from the cutting the cards, the 5.5 by 11 is the perfect size for a background on this double oval punch. So there's a background piece, and then we're going to slide this Sweet Little One in and cut that. Quick and easy. I love this double oval punch. Then we're going to color our little elephant here, and I'm going to use Gray Granite, the 1000 for his ears, and soft seafoam. And I'm gonna speed up the video so that you don't have to sit and listen to me and watch me. Okay, and there we go, quick and easy. So let's put our our card together. We'll put the insides together first. Okay, there's our insides. Now our outsides, we're going to use some of these really strong magnets. Neo whatever. I'm not even sure how to pronounce them. They're these really strong magnets that you have to push sideways to get apart. I'm going to position them about there, I think. So what I want to do is I want to get a glue dot and my poker, and I'm going to put a glue dot on the bottom of my magnet. And I've got the other magnet on the other side. It does not have a glue dot on it yet, okay, but I have it on there. So now I'm going to put a glue dot on the bottom of this one and close it, and that should position this one just perfectly. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put our DSP on, and it should fit perfectly. And I like to put some glue right on top of my magnet just so that it gives it a little bit more holding power onto my DSP once it dries. The glue dot's there to help keep it in place until it dries. Okay. And don't worry too overly much about the buckle there from the magnet, because we're going to cover it up with our sentiment here. You just want to get it good and down. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with this piece. And remember, this is the side that goes up. You want to make sure you get your edges really well with your glue. And that magnet should be strong enough to hold with the cardstock and the designer paper in between. And then we're going to take our sweet one. Oh, I was supposed to stamp that in Bermuda Bay, so we're just going to clean this off and stamp the other side in Bermuda Bay. See if I can't get, let's just do a new one. That was silly of me, but it's only cardstock, so we just re-stamp it and re-punch it. And then put it on here. And then get a dimensional. And you want to kind of position your dimensional right over that magnet. Just like that. And there's our card. Isn't that sweet? Where's my other card? Here it is. We'll put this one in the middle. I hope you enjoyed today's cards. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and make a comment below. Go on over to terryscraftroom.com, sign up for my newsletter, and take a look at all the dimensions and score lines and everything. And have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.